Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is, what morning is this? It all runs together. It's Tuesday. And I still appreciate your comments. I love your comments to us. Like I said, it really keeps us beefed up, if you will. And I'm catching up. We're getting quite an archive of videos here. And by now, I probably answered most of your questions in one of these videos or another. I think maybe in the first ones we failed to elaborate. Maybe we'll go back and the topics will increase those so you can just kind of reference them easier. I'm kind of going to skip around a little bit because I got some important questions that I think that need to be addressed before some of the other ones. Not that to take priority over anybody, but some people are hurting more than others. But I talked to Mary from Greece yesterday. It was pleasant. And John and Helen, hello from Greece. Appreciate you guys. You're doing a lot of good work out there. And really do appreciate you all. I really do. I was should have went to Greece this year. Should have went last year. Supposed to go this year. I hate flying. I don't know. I just hate flying. I used to fly myself in the Air Force, but I don't know. These jetliners only, I don't know. Anyway, I want to get to some of these here. I have answered this long one at one time, and there were 6 questions to this. I have answered this on another video. I have to move on here, but this is about the superfoods and detoxification while pregnant and stuff like that. I have addressed that, so I hope that you can find that. That wasn't that far back. If you need me to address pregnancy again, I will. That is brought up in one of these, and I will cover it a little bit more. One of these was an individual with HIV. And let me tell you, get in here and get it out of you. Very curable, and I mean very curable. So don't sit around and wait with that. Get in and detoxify yourself. Get on the raw, get on the herbs, get into that lymph system of yours, and you'll get that viral load out of there, and you'll be good to go, man. So I wanted to tell you that, wherever it is in here, that you need to get that out of you. Yeah. Newly diagnosed HIV. And again, between a viral load and an actual, I call it adhesion because that's what viruses do when you have weak cells. The natural process of life, but you really want to get this viral load out of you. You want to get all viral loads out of you, you know? I mean, but the real key to health is cleaning the body out of all the sewage and the viruses and the unwanted, if you will, the acids, etc., and strengthen those cells that comprise your body. The younger you are, the weaker you're going to be cellularly. It's just the nature of the beast in genetics right now. And I feel sorry for some of these kids who are really facing some serious issues. So we really have to, before we start having too many children, fix ourselves, get ourselves healthy before we pass, because your genes could be your kid's nightmare and yours too, dealing in our current system where they'll take your kid away for nothing. It's just a mess out there, and so you want to get yourselves healthy. But this individual with HIV, get to it and get it out, and you'll be good to go. And by the way, thank you for the. Chris is trying to work with the art of our site to make it pleasant and nice, but. He's not making me look thinner. He doesn't even know how to do that. So, I don't know. I think the more I talk about this with you guys, I'm getting thinner. Let me see. Oh, man, I know the experience of foods. Yeah, this was an experience that, you know, when you eat healthy, and then you go to eat something. And this was again, another individual in here who had been raw, and I think it was a female, but she then cheated on protein, and her pain came roaring back. I've said this over and over, and it isn't something I just read. It's something I see and witness for 40 years. I'm not giving you information I read. I've stopped, even though I've got a fairly good library here. I got a good library at home, and I have Dr. Jensen's library. And so I've got a fairly large library that I quit reading many years ago because I was tired of reading other people's consciousness. I wanted to know factually. I wanted to know what the reality was. Not studies, not ideas, not opinions. Don't drink half your body weight in water ounces. I don't want all that crap. What's the reality in a clinical setting? How do you get someone well from any level of decay? And so this educational site is about my 40 years in clinical work with, I'm going to guess, well over 150,000 people. Did know Dr. Jensen well, personal friend, did over 300,000 patients, and so we've talked at length many times. He used to come here and stay with me, and so, you know, it's just our experiences. It's all I can tell you. So an example here is this individual who ate bad and felt it. It isn't, you would think like it's the other way around. You get healthier, that stuff wouldn't bother you. It's not true. Your body adapts. And it's amazing when you start eating healthy. You look at the typical American diet and then you wonder how humans are living. And to be honest with you, today the decay of the cell is so bad that we're seeing these incredible genetic mutations. And it's just that we're not getting away with it. We only thought we were. And so this is serious right in the humans' faces now, and this is why you guys are here and I'm here. We're here to help the human race to wake up, because you have to. You know, there's no two ways about it. Talking to Greece yesterday, gosh, they have so much good fruit the way I hear it. It's amazing. And they were kind of interested that we didn't have that good of food over here. Florida's horrible. I talked to California too yesterday, and you know, they didn't realize Florida was so bad. It's horrible here with food, quality of food. Here's one. My mom has only one kidney that is working partially blocked, and the other one is much smaller, or says because blood supply is blocked off. I doubt it if blood supply is blocked off, because then you'd necroticize, you'd break down those cells. More than likely, she's so acidic that she's decaying the kidney, that it's atrophying, that it's shrinking, it's breaking itself down. And that would be more apropos, because if you don't get blood to cells, they're dead. And so you're gonna the same thing virtually, but much quicker. So this is a case where you got to get into her kidneys, get her on fruits, berries, and melons. A lot of those. Minor salad maybe a day. If it's your mom, she's older, she has a hard time, give her some cooked steamed vegetables or something. But get her on the fruits and get her going on this and get these kidneys restored. And obviously there's only two sides of chemistry, and you know the side of chemistry that your mom's on here. Get this going, get up her adrenal glands here, use lymphatic 4 at least, kidney 1 and 2, I'd use both of them, and really get your mom tear into this so she can pull herself out of this before it is too late. I would do fruit juices well over veggie juices, to be honest with you, but a good green drink a day, okay? Oh, she's 78 years old. She was told not to drink too much. Well, it's all about how much is she urinating, how much is the input, and how much is the output. Yeah, but you got to start somewhere. So I wouldn't drink water on top of all this. You got a lot of fruit water in the fruits. That's the trouble. When you're acidic, you're gonna hold water. You're gonna get edemic. So drinking all this water is stupid. You can't rehydrate the body drinking gallons of water a day. It's impossible. Interstitial acidosis is interstitial lymphatic constipation. And until you rectify that, you'll continue to have a low level or a higher level of dehydration no matter what you drink. So really fixing these kidneys are really key. Guys are going to see kidneys, kidneys, kidneys. The more you look, the more you see. And this is a big failing of allopathic physicians, I think, is the understanding of what we're talking about here. The two sides of chemistry, the two major fluids that handle the health of the cells, and the role of the kidneys. And you guys are seeing it more and more and more. The question is referencing a zapper. And Oh, and you know, okay, is this Hilda Clark, or Linda Clark, whatever her name was? You know, I like the herbals, because then you're going to target those that shall leave and those that shall stay much better. I've had people that's used the zapper for years and still have heavy involvements, and then I have others that swear by it. So I don't know, whatever your fancy is. I like the botanicals for parasitic elimination because it seems to target those that must go and keep those that must stay. It's amazing. It's kind of like blood sugar herbs. If you have high blood sugar, the same herbs can bring it down, or the same herbs can bring it up. I find God amazing, don't you? So I don't know. They're okay. I just don't get into machines and zappers and things like that. I think we don't need to do that. Don't have to do that. Yeah, get the gluten out of the diet, man. That's the bottom line here. Nothing healthy about grains whatsoever, period. End of story. I don't know, we got caught up in that insanity. And what's amazing, one side of the government said eat it, and the other side of the government said look at all the obesity. I mean, nobody really has got their head together anywhere. And so the American Dietetics Association, I blame those more than anybody else. Unscientific insanity, and this is what we're looking at. When you're eating a barbecued beef sandwich and french fries in the ICU, intensive care unit, shortly after a heart attack, I have to say that that dietitian is just not on this planet. This is a sad thing. And she's a dietitian, I don't care who ordered that up. If a medical doctor ordered that up and I was a dietitian, I said, there's no way I'm going to feed this boy that. You make him a barbecue sandwich and you feed it to him. And when he dies, which he did, then it's on your shoulders. Hi, Tina from Ontario. Yeah, this is a sad story. You had a ruptured appendix for 8 days while you were pregnant. Oh, honey. Woo-hoo. Man, yeah. Blood pressure is extremely low, honey. 94 over 51. 51 is kidneys. Of course, you should be up closer to 60 at least. So that tells me you do have some kidney weakness going on. And of course, what's on top? The adrenal glands. And I'm watching you guys talking to each other. You guys are getting smart as all get out. When I talk to you on the phone or you come in here, you guys are getting it. You're smart. I love it. I bow to you. You've done well. I really done well. 94 really low. It will not hurt you while you're pregnant to take a kidney formula and adrenal gland formula. It might just help your infant to develop theirs better too. But I certainly would tear after that because your blood pressure is insanely too low. So neurologically speaking, you're working for two. And that's real important because your baby's going to have some serious adrenal gland and kidney issues if you're not careful here, honey. Let me see here. This gentleman's on a drug for atrial fib. Atrial fibrillation means that your electrical spark from the atriums is just sparking all over the place. So it's basically like this. Depends how many sparks get through that opens that valve to bring the blood through to the lower ventriculars. So really, you got to go after the health. Go after your adrenal glands. Make sure you're utilizing calcium. So for sure, go after the parathyroid gland. And I would take the brain and nerve formula. It wouldn't hurt to take the heart formula on top of that and get yourself into that. Is this the one that's stuck on a pacemaker?